Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Malazan Maniacs. This time we are reading Book 5 of Gardens of the Moon, The Gadrobi Hills, where the big plan is for Krupp to ride out with his friends, get beat up by a woman with a sword, and then go back and then say, mission accomplished. Yes, we're reading Book 5, The Gadrobi Hills.
Danilo, this is a new episode we haven't recorded on the same day. How many books of the Fallen have you read?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Mine is Danilo. I've read 10 books of the Fallen, 1 novel of the Malazan Empire, and 1 book in the Witness series.
My name is Shelby. I've read 5/7 books of the Fallen on this episode.
My name is Sarah. I've read 5/7 of one of the books of the Fallen as well.
My name is Mac. I've read 5.5 books of the Fallen and 1.5 Rebecca Yarros fantasy novels.
And that's all you've read in your whole life.
That's my only reference point.
You have a really good understanding of the English language.
You're welcome. Get it? Because I don't have a good understanding.
Oh, don't worry. Yeah.
Okay.
He also reads receipts.
Yeah,
Oh.
I've got the receipts.
$1 for this item.
Those CVS receipts are really like a novel.
They're really long. They really tell the story of one purchase.
So much can be learned from one purchase.
In this section, we start out with Lorne and Tool again. They are working on opening the Warren to get into the Jagged Tyrant's barrow. I almost said lair.
I mean, you know,
It's sort
kind
of a
like
lair. Yeah, it's his evil lair. Anything to say about that?
I like their conversation. Like every time they have a conversation, I'm interested in what they have to say because it's always has something to do with something, you know, like Tool is always talking about, I know that might sound redundant, but
Interesting.
it's true. It's like you're learning more about the world and the people through their conversation in a way that I enjoy.
I have the opposite effect. Every time they talk, I can't stop thinking about how dumb Adjunct Lorne is and how frustrated I get.
But
Why
it's
do you
sad.
think she's dumb?
Well, there's many reasons, but I would say the number one reason is it's taken her this long to find out that the thing that she's doing is probably not very good
Yeah.
for the world.
Well, I mean, you don't know what a Jagged Tyrant is.
She's been asking Tool these questions for like however many days straight.
Yeah.
And he's been really alluding to the fact that they've committed a lot of genocide and they're hoping to destroy this race of people
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
like...
there's the word tyrant in the name. I don't like...
Well, yeah, but they have the whole conversation that it doesn't... It's like capital T tyrant. It's like a different kind of creature. It's not like...
I think you would have to be kind of silly to go on such a mission and not say, what is the... what are we really going to do here?
But Lorne knows the plan, right? It's to unleash this to get Animander Rake to stop it so they're both weakened so the Malazan Empire can come in and take over Dujistan.
But to not think of any consequences is crazy to me.
But she's, you know, a brainwashed...
Yeah, that's like her
She does what
character
she's told.
flaw.
military...
So your question was,
woman.
why do you think she's dumb?
Well, yeah.
Because
she follows orders.
She's a brainwashed person. I just think the fact that it just
Do you
took
feel
her this
bad
long.
for her? If she doesn't do this, she will get executed for treason, probably.
If she does do this, she's gonna screw up like the world.
Yeah, she's a
So,
prisoner
no,
to her
She's a
title.
prisoner of her own making.
Yeah,
She definitely has some outs throughout this entire thing. Like
she could just leave with Tool.
they've
Like, he
literally
literally
mentioned
says,
so
"Come join
many
me."
times, and he's like, I don't know what's gonna happen, but it's probably not gonna be great. So I'm gonna do my best to avoid it.
Well, she keeps killing off all her humanity.
Well, because like
Maybe
she
she can't
says
even do
in the third paragraph, she's like thinking about it and she's like got ambivalence or whatever, and she's like, I'm not going to let that threaten the mission. She played no role in all of this, not as the woman named Lorne. How could she be held responsible for anything? Because she like has sacrificed herself to the title of adjunct, so she's just like, I just have to do my job, which is a bummer, you know, for her and for the world, like you said. But like that's her problem. That's like her Batman complex is this. You know what I mean by Batman complex? Don't kill.
Oh, sure.
His complex is never kill, but then when he's in a situation where the right thing to do is kill the Joker, he can't do it because that's his problem. Her problem is she's enslaved to her title as adjunct, even when it prevents her from doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Even if she knows it's the wrong thing.
And of course,
Yeah.
we're skipping. We buried the lead. Lauren is afraid of bats, fell into a cave.
Yeah, and her parents were murdered
Yeah.
outside the
her,
opera.
her parents were murdered by Tattersale, so
That's
True.
true.
Huh?
He's sort of like the Joe Chill of the this
That-
section.
Night
of the-
Chill.
Night Chill. Wow.
Joe Night Chill.
Wait, did I say Joe? Oh no, Joe Cool is Snoopy.
Joe
yeah, Joe Chill is the guy.
Is that Snoopy's World War I character?
No, that's the Red Baron.
Oh,
Joe,
the Red
Joe
Baron.
Cool is the guy with the shirt that says Joe Cool and the sunglasses.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know,
that's
like a
cool.
cool guy would have
Well,
his name on his shirt.
Did you know my Apple Watch has Snoopy on it?
Whoa! Did I summon him?
Every time you open it, it's a different picture. See, this time he's asleep and Woodstock is laughing at
Wait,
him.
and you just open it again, and that time he's dead. There's
Yeah,
a gun
he got
next to him
shot.
and a
man.
note.
He got shot by the Jagged Tyrant. The Jagged Tyrant's weapon of choice is a shotgun.
Yeah, well, of course.
Giant shotgun.
I'd
Jagged
probably
Tyrant
be fine
will
in
get
this
his
world.
conceal and carry.
Tool is like, you won't believe how big of a shotgun he
Yeah,
has.
it's huge.
His Ontos Falakan carry.
It's kind of it's crazy. This is where their plan is revealed, right? You just said it to Danilo to
Yeah.
draw an enemy into Rake so he has to kill it or take care of it or whatever, and then everybody's weakened and they can take over Rujistan. That is an insane plan.
Yeah.
That's
huge
freaking
huge if.
crazy. It's insanity, and also it's like it's crazy.
Well, we learn right
we can
away.
agree it's a bad plan. Even she admits it's a bad plan.
I think
Yeah.
it's a crazy plan. I, don't know if it's a bad
It's a
plan.
high risk
Yeah.
plan.
High risk, high reward.
And I think Lauren's deal is like, hey, I'm just going to do this. This was not my plan. It is high risk, but that's not my problem. I think it's sort of her
I
thing.
disagree. I think it is your problem.
Well,
I
it
think
is.
you're making a choice.
I'm saying that's like her character struggle. That's what she's telling herself.
I don't like her.
She's complicated.
It's
She's
hard.
complicated.
I don't
She's
like a lot
complicated
of
character.
the. I've realized I don't like most of the women characters because they're portrayed as like these people who are either like upset they've made bad choices and then they're just sad all the time, or they're possessed by an evil person and then they just kill everyone, or this one's about to unleash a bad thing and she's like, I just gotta do it. Oh well. Like I think I realize most of the female characters in this book I think are like making the worst choices.
But they are
They're also
Well,
tools of a horrific empire.
They are like well rounded. You also can't say that like this is a fantasy book where the women are just the love interests who are objectified and play no part in the plot.
There is, yeah, I guess there is that. What's her name? Who's playing the field?
Lady,
Oh, yeah.
Lady
Yeah.
Sintal.
Freaking no. See, she is the one that's an archetype that I really dislike. But the rest of them are like 3-dimensional. The only woman that I really like so far is Adjunct Lauren, actually, Shelby.
Really?
Yeah, well, because she's
She
really
is my
complicated,
least favorite
and it's like
character.
she has thoughts about what the right thing to do is, and she like knows it in her soul, but she pushes it down and ignores it, and she's like, "I'm going to ignore this."
Which is why
'Cause I'm
she's
gonna have
a
to do-
bad person.
She is a bad person, but that's what makes her character compelling. A character can be compelling and not a good person, and you're still enjoying reading the
Yeah,
conflict.
you can like the character.
I
You like
don't
the
like
character
her.
because they're interesting. Like that's when you would say like, let's not like, oh, I want them to be my close personal friend. Like that's not usually what we say when we like a
It's
character.
Not I think maybe what I have a hard time with is it's not fun to read a character where you just see them keep making the wrong choices and you're like, and I just have to watch that, and I don't like that. I don't like
Yeah.
it. I don't like her.
Well, it's uncomfortable. You're like, you could
It
do the
is
right thing right now,
uncomfortable.
and you're choosing not to. And like that's frustrating. But like I keep waiting, or like I'm keep reading in hopes of the fact that eventually she will make the right choice. And I don't know if she will, but it's like because there's glimmers of her thinking about doing the right thing and like realizing that what she's doing is so fucked up, it gives me the thought or hope maybe that in the future she will make the right choice, or she will be so like racked with guilt and like loyalty that she just is like becomes worse and worse and
That
worse
she
and like
becomes
collapses in
Tattersall,
on
who's
herself.
just sad all the time.
Well, because I think there's a lot of, with lots of books that are popular on TikTok and stuff, where it's sort of anachronistic to have fantasy characters be like, these are my morals, and I will make the perfect decision that any human person would make in year of our Lord 2026. And that there's readers out there who, if their character is not that, like, oh, I wouldn't do this, therefore I don't like them, therefore I can't read them. And so there's this whole slew of characters who are like, I'm basically a person from modern day with modern day values, and that's how I make my decisions, which always feels very out of place. Might be like more readable or accessible for people because you don't have to like stretch and be like, so why is this person this way, or
Yeah.
why are they more complicated? Because
One
like
of
I'd agree that's not fun to read. It is more fun to read when it's like, this person is just sort of me, But
One of the most famous like fantasy examples of the modern day is the character of Jaime Lannister from A Song of Ice and Fire and A Game of Thrones. Like a complete despicable douchebag who every once in a while shows like that he is capable of change. And obviously the books are not done, so we don't know. But in the show demonstrates that, yes, he does have that capacity for change. And that's what makes him a compelling character. Like these are the kinds of characters you love to hate. You love to see them make the incorrect decision because that's their service to the story is like on a metatextual level to get across the theme that once you are so inured in this killing machine, the idea of like empire as a philosophy, at a certain point you have to eschew your humanness and become sort of like a zombie you're hanging out with all the time. The more time, I don't think it's a coincidence that the more time she spends with the undead zombie, the more she becomes an undead zombie herself. That being said, Tool, we learned that what the Taistandi are
yes,
specifically.
he says they're aliens.
They're aliens.
Oh, wait, what? I did not
I don't
catch
remember.
that.
Not really.
They're alien to the world.
He says they come from another world.
Okay. I guess the Taistandi regret coming to this world, and then there's like that nice little thing about the goddess of light, and they left her. But
Yeah.
I didn't. Is that like? I'm just asking because it could be true. Are they literally from another planet?
No, not another
They're
planet.
from another realm. They're
Another
not from
realm.
this place,
From a warren.
but they live here now.
They're from a warren.
Yeah.
The warren of light.
Warren of Dark.
The warren of dark.
Curald Ghislaine.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
So
But-
that's like it's like the Warren of Shadow, where Shadow Throne has his throne, and that's sort of where he lives. The Taistandi are originally from Curald Ghislaine, and ostensibly they like lived there. And then this thing happened with, was it Mother Dark went to
Oh.
light, and then it upset them, and so then they
They were
something
mad
happened,
that
and then
she-
and then they left, and now they are sort of wandering around our world without any sense of like meaning or attachment
Do they
to
say
it.
was the first
Starvald
warren.
Demolaine here?
Yeah. It was.
At some point,
The
yeah.
They
first
do.
warren, and does it say what the first warren is?
It says it was Starvald Demolaine.
Oh yeah,
Whose warren did Starvald
home-
Demolaine belong
The
to?
home of dragons.
The home of dragons.
the home of dragons.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just want to say one last thing about the first thing.
Yeah.
You're not wrong for being frustrated. Like that's valid. You're valid for being frustrated, and I'm just my hope is we just hang on and hope for the best.
I don't think I read a lot of fantasy books where you just don't like the bad guy. Like I don't like the bad guy, you know? So I'm not used to being like, oh, I get to sit with it now and like really do my best to be empathetic towards this character when there's like 30,000 other characters that I'm trying to keep track of, and like all these bad things happen all the time, and like people just die or like disappear,
Yeah.
or you don't know how the systems work. And so I appreciate the fact that it will stretch me in that way, but my instinct is to not like her. And I think that's like, I'm okay with that, but
Yeah, that's
it's
fine.
very sweet to hear the side that you guys come from, where you're like, I hope she makes the right, like that's cute.
It's
I
not
don't have a
even-
lot of
I
hope.
don't
No, it's
even-
not like. I think what you like. I think a lot of people would talk about books use like in two very different ways.
Mhm.
Like when I say like, I mean like I find her like thing and what she's struggling with and her journey to be like interesting.
I'm interested in her conflict,
Yeah.
like her
oh, how will
internal
this turn
conflict.
out?
I
What-
don't like.
What is
love,
the author
yeah.
trying to say with this battle between, you know, duty and like personal morality and whatever? Not like as in, oh, I like my friends and I think they're funny and want to hang out with them. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So that's like a different thing.
I think I'm just not that interested in her internal conflict, because I'm like, it's so easy to see what's going on, but I'm so removed. So
True.
Yeah.
You are not
I'm
the
not,
adjunct to the empress.
yeah, I don't have to make that
That's
decision.
true.
But
And
if I
we
did,
know more than her.
yeah,
We know
yep.
more.
and you're an independent contractor, so you never have to like deal with the machinations of power, of like organized power.
I full on have
Yeah.
removed myself from that system for a reason.
Krupp and these fucking idiots are going on some stupid spy mission I don't understand.
They don't. It's because Baruch says like, go out there and see what's up.
See who's there.
But he already established earlier he can summon a flying demon who can just say what's up. So why can't the flying demon
Oh
just
yeah, on
go
the
out
last
there?
episode we never talked about Baruch's demon.
Oh,
Baruch has a demon, and Amanda Rake finds it and says, "Is this your demon?" And Baruch says yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just send the demon to the barrow. I don't understand.
Then there's like we said last time, there's a lot of Murillo and Crocus and Krupp being like, hey, are you doing this thing with Ralik Nam? And it's like, yes. Okay.
Compelling
let's
stuff.
keep walking.
Sorry.
But they did bring
And-
Cole.
and-
Okay, I
and
think it's
Sari's
funny
following
because
them.
here's the thing. They brought Cole along. This is the first time that we like
Oh, that's true.
see him not passed out at
Yeah.
a table.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
true.
literally,
Then the
yeah.
first the minute I read out loud that and Cole was there, I said, "Oh my God,
Yeah.
why'd they bring this guy?"
And he's in his full suit of armor.
I know. Well, I pictured him
And he's
like
detoxing.
laying. I pictured him laying half off of a donkey.
Oh, like he's still
drunk
Yeah,
out of his
literally. I
mind.
was like,
I
oh,
was-
he's dead on the
they
horse.
dragged him along. They could have left him at the bar.
You know, you need to take your Cole out every once in a while.
But I also I know that's the vibe. I was like, take him on a walk. I don't understand. But then this is like, I'm gonna detail. This is the time you get sober. Is during the
Yeah, what
gotta
a crazy
detox and
time.
protect the coin bearer. Can you imagine you checked into a rehab facility and they're like, all right, so day one you have to wear this armor and protect the coin bearer. Like, what did you just say?
Well, sober you right up.
And we know you're hammered, but just follow along. Yeah, I like the only thing that I think is great from their conversation is when Crocus figures out what they're doing and he says, the Gadrobi Hills, are we looking for a rumor, Murillo? I like the stuff about rumors where like it was in the last
was born on a rumor.
Yeah, like that's so fun and like cool for a fantasy world. I don't know. I just like appreciate some of those little details.
And everyone seems to know where this barrow
It
is.
doesn't really seem like a
Well,
rumor.
there's
It
a
seems like a
marker.
fact.
There's a marker.
There's a
Yeah, but
marker
everybody knows.
that Baruch knows about and Mammon knows about.
knows
Well,
where
it's just
he's
it's
actually
sticking out of the ground.
It does seem
like,
like
I can
Baruch
tell
knows
you-
that the marker is
yeah.
fake and that the
and
actual
then
burial
here's where
is
the
somewhere
actual
closer.
thing is.
It doesn't seem like a rumor.
I
It
think
seems
one-
like a fact everybody knows. And they're like, I don't go to the Gadrobi Hills. There's a jagged tyrant in the ground.
I have business in town.
All of my business is always in town. I don't go to the damn hills.
It's always under the tyrant's barricade or
Barbus.
Despot's barbecue.
Yeah,
Despot's
Despot's
barbecue.
Despot's barbecue. Oh my god, we should order
They've
some.
got
Shouldn't we?
great corn.
They've
Melt
got
off the
great
bone.
corn at the barbecue place.
Yeah.
That's what you go there for.
The despot makes
corn.
great
He
corn.
makes great corn. He's got access to the hills. That's where they grow the best soil. They grow the soil.
Yeah,
The soil is
They
grown.
grow the soil. It just melts off the bone, that soil.
I love my barbecued soil.
I was gonna say Chef Despot. I just want to get that out there.
Spit.
Chef's
It rolls off the
spit.
tongue, just like that soil.
Chef's spit barbecue soil.
Don't come.
It's just dirt.
Tool is like, Mom, I found the barrow. It's over here.
And they mull over Jagat and Imas, and we get more info on their thousands-year-old war. Seems pretty one-sided.
Yeah.
I will say for
Yeah.
a war book, once again, this is the main war that's ever talked about.
Yeah.
Versus
The
the,
one
actual
between-
one that's actually going on.
genocide.
Is like this one war that's been going on for forever. I truly thought this was going to be a B plot, and it's the only thing I know about, and it's so much information.
I
Yeah,
know.
there's no war
a
in
lot.
this book.
Yeah,
Well, and
Except
it's
for the
like,
first
but this
battle.
was the war that the way I'm taking it is like this war started, and even though the Talani Mas are like not really involved in the same way anymore, this is what the war has always been. So like Empress Lesline is just picking up where they left off.
Yes.
Yes.
Like complete control of
Always.
other groups of people.
And I had a
other
question.
not human.
For sort of no
beings.
reason. Because
Yeah.
like the Empire doesn't need Genabacchus.
Yeah.
They're just like, it has to keep
It ha-
growing.
an
and
empire
doing
feeds
stuff.
itself.
Yeah,
It-
exactly.
it
It's
starves
literally,
on itself
it's
and it feeds
actually
itself.
literally Little Shop of Horrors. It's Audrey 2. It feeds, and then
Yeah.
until it eats you. Okay, that's
Audrey 2 is Empire.
She's
Ooh.
a metaphor for capitalism. Anyways, okay, I wanted to read this because I had a question about it. So I'm going to read a paragraph and then I'm going to ask a question.
You read it? How are you?
How are you?
Good.
What would you like for dinner?
I want Despot's barbecue.
Humans had indeed come from them, had indeed inherited a world. Empire was part of them, a legacy flowing like blood through human muscle, bone, and brain. But such a thing could easily be seen as a curse. Were they destined one day to become human versions of the Talani Mas? Was war all there was? Would they bow to it in immortal servitude, no more than deliverers of death? First of all, great questions. And then I was curious if the Talani Mas became undead to maintain their power. Like if I live forever, I get to keep my power forever. So I'm a zombie that lives forever and I can keep all my power.
Yeah.
They do it so they can keep killing the Jagged.
So that's crazy.
And I think part of the tragedy is that they didn't really think 300,000 years into the future.
Yeah.
Well, no, they're like, right
they
now,
thought
I
they'd
want
be
power
like
right
humans
now.
forever, but no, it's like your husk will survive.
Yeah,
for that
at the
long.
moment, being immortal and just killing your worst enemy all the time, it sounds awesome. But 300,000 years in, you're like,
This is
Huh.
futile.
Yeah.
What do you think they're going to do when they're all gone?
Who?
I
Jagged.
don't know.
I don't know. And it's a shame it's never brought up or referenced ever again.
Oh, thank goodness.
But that's
that's a shame.
It's a good
and it's
question.
also because it's been going on for so long, and there's lots of Imas, there's lots of Jagged in this big world. Like it's spread and is really like one of the foundations of the world. It's like this forever war between these two elder races. So
for no reason.
yeah, for just like
Sport almost.
or like yeah, because like that's their whole mission. It's like Lorne, where they're like we kill Jagged because we kill Jagged,
yeah.
and like if we question that, then like what are we? So we don't.
And they also remark
Which is
that
cowardice.
yeah,
Yes, correct.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
that's why
I don't like her.
that's
'cause
why our
she's a
boys-
because you
coward.
think she's a coward.
Yeah, she is a coward.
Yeah.
That's why our boys are gonna start fighting back. Maybe.
Yeah.
Lauren makes. I mean, listen, it's not. It's about a shovel. It's about as subtle as getting a shovel and smacking it with somebody. But Lauren does make the observation that, like, Batul, that means that this Jagged tyrant is more human than us because it grew to control people. And it's like, yes, very good, Lauren. You're figuring it out.
And Tula's like, that's above my pay grade.
Yes. Yes. Anyway, I'm going to stand here all night again. I have no phone. It's out of battery. Lauren, do you have games on your phone? But then we get my boyfriend and his younger brother, Tak the Younger, and Paran. Following Lauren and Tool, they are stumbling across some ravens that have been burned up.
What happened
hell?
here?
What happened here? And then Tak gets a brain blast where he sees a puppet shooting fireballs at the birds, and he's like, "Oh no! I think I might know it."
something's about to happen.
I think we're going into a trap
So if he's
and a
got future
puppet's
sight,
involved.
but it's only 5 seconds away, is that really
That's
that much
tough.
of a
That's tough.
superpower?
Well, he just got it, you know. Like, Spider-Man couldn't do all the cool
He's
shit. but as
he's
soon as he
ironing
got
out the
it-
kinks.
That's so funny.
I just was like, that's the lamest power in the world. If I could see
Sometimes
5
he sees a
seconds
puppet,
ahead.
and sometimes he just sees what's for lunch tomorrow.
Sometimes he just knows if
Desmond's
something's not
barbecue.
going to work out.
My mouth is full of dirt.
Don't go, Baron. It's just dirt.
What? Nothing.
Yeah, he's like, so I think something's about to happen. And Perrin is ready for blood, though. He's like,
He
then
is.
you best get your sword ready, I guess.
And
He
even
is
talk
so ready to fight.
more experienced warrior claw member is like, this is
This
probably-
does-
This looks
guy's
bad.
sick in the head.
This looks
Also, I
fucked
like how
up.
he needs a brain blast to tell him that something is afoot. There are like recently charred remains of great ravens everywhere. He's like, now I think something might be happening.
Something looks a little
Let's
off.
try to figure it
it's
out.
right behind me, isn't it?
That is the vibe.
Yeah,
yes.
literally.
Quick Ben, of course, is talking to Hairlock, or he's got the thing set up because his plan was that he's going to give Hairlock to the House of Shadow for a guarantee that fucking the House of Shadow is going to leave them alone.
Yep.
So that they can do the things that they need to do. And then there was another thing he made him promise, and I don't remember.
I think it's mainly he wants Hairlock dead, and it's
Hairlock
like the best
dead
way to get rid of him.
and Quick Ben stays alive.
And the third thing is like Quick Ben engineered it so that Shadowthrone can't just kill him
Yeah.
afterward.
Yeah. He sees like Hairlock on the Rivi plain because he's like doing his wizard meditating. He's like, what the hell is he doing out there? I think he sees Perrin and Tak.
Yeah, Hairlock comes out and says, "It's my worst enemies,"
Yeah.
and like we barely know
But
you.
does Quick Ben see Perrin? And he's like, what?
No,
Does
I think
that happen. Does he see like through his like
I think
wizard sight?
Quick Ben sees Hairlock waiting for
Somebody.
Perrin and Tak,
Yeah.
and then he comes out, and then Hairlock hears the sound of the Shadow Hounds, and Quick Ben is like, psych, and he cuts all the strings. And when Hairlock tries
Hairlock
to,
gives this long spiel of like, I'm gonna get
Yeah.
ya.
He's like, that's a cool sword, bitch. It's not going to work on
I'm
me.
gonna make it painful, and this
I
is gonna
love-
last for forever.
It was never like, why does he hate parents so much?
Well,
I think it's just because he's crazy.
First he throws Talk into a portal.
He does throw Talk the Younger into a portal.
And then he's like, and now it's your turn. And parents like, I guess he's gone. He's dead.
I hope a wizard I've never met is waiting in the wings to save my ass.
But he's full on ready to like, okay, here
He's
we
ready to
go.
die.
He's ready to battle this pup. Like he's hungry for blood.
He's hungry
Sarah,
for
you
blood.
look like you want to say something so bad.
I think Hairlock is the stupidest thing in the entire world.
I like that
because
he's there.
why?
So do I.
First of all, he becomes a puppet, right, to like spy and give secrets. I'm like, oh, that's so fun. How fun and delightful. And then he immediately goes crazy
It's
and
truly
turns on all of them
instantly.
immediately. And I go, okay, so maybe there'll be some sort of payoff. There's not.
There's no payoff. I agree.
He just goes insane,
He's
and
just a silly,
it's
stupid
conflict
thing.
for conflict's sake. There's no reason for him to be in the story in this way and cause these problems. It does nothing. It accomplishes nothing, and it just bothered me that I was like hoping that there would be a reason, and there was no reason,
No,
and
I
he just
agree.
got eaten
I
by a dog.
I was ready for
and
the payoff.
I was so upset. I was like, this is so stupid.
That
Dumb.
weapon is not for me, Captain. It'll never cut me, so wail away.
Wasted potential. Wasted potential.
Wail away.
Because that's hilarious.
says,
Wail away.
And I can hear it exactly in that voice.
Impossible.
Literally, wasted potential with the puppet. Huge bummer.
Do you think it's that Hairlock is jealous that Perrin got to sleep with Tattersail?
I don't even care.
True.
I don't even care because why did he have to go insane? It would have been
Well,
so much more fun.
I think it's fun to track his story of dog, bird,
Animals he's getting into scraps with.
and then horse, kind of, and then
Yep. And the dog again. Yeah.
But why? But why? Why?
I agree. I
Why?
don't know why he's here.
I
Maybe for Quick Ben's plotline?
you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Why? It would have been.
Yeah, why?
I think Quick Ben,
For Quick Ben's plotline.
they had to do something kind of crazy to find out if the Empire was trying to kill them.
But it didn't even work.
Right, and I
Right.
think like I agree that if you're thinking of it as like guys try to plan that didn't work and that doesn't go anywhere, and then they have to solve that problem is pointless. But we did need them to try something at the time when they needed to try the thing.
But I think because at the time we didn't know what they were trying to solve. It was sort of in the battle, and now this
Yeah.
guy's a puppet, and you're like, okay, because there's a
Yeah.
billion other things going on.
Yeah, and it just like would have been much more interesting to me and satisfying to me if he had really been a spy.
Agreed. If he
And,
had
like,
some role.
Yeah, and like he did like help them in some way. Like it was he did 1 or 2 successful spy missions and then went crazy. Rather than the immediate turn, I was like, well, this is just like it's like when you were
He
like
was
Krupp
kind
is
of
doing
already
magic in the
crazy,
park. You know, it's like
I don't know if that's what Krupp
in
was
the market. He was doing magic in the
He was
market.
stealing fruit in the market, not doing magic in the park.
And you were
Get
like,
it right.
you were like,
We're
this
gonna
is
get
dumb.
emails about this.
This is like nonsense for nonsense sake, and that's what Hairlock feels like. Is
I
like
guess-
nonsense
okay,
for nonsense
listen,
sake.
I don't think you're wrong. I just like the evil puppet.
Yeah.
I just think it's.
That's how I feel about
Oh,
Krupp.
you see, and that's where we'll eternally disagree.
Team Krupp or Team
at, least
Hairlock?
the puppet,
purpose.
at least the puppet is not in the story.
But
anymore.
Krupp has a purpose.
Krupp has a big ass purpose.
Krupp has a purpose, and this.
A Krupp's purpose.
I mean,
I
yes.
really was hoping maybe Krupp and Hairlock could meet
Just
at
one
one point.
scene. They were so close, and
They were
they
right
really were.
there.
But anyways, I digress.
No, I completely agree.
You're
I was
seriously not
I
wrong.
was like, because I was also waiting for. I was at least waiting for more of a fight. If
Yeah.
anything, like maybe the puppet would have lasted a little longer against not an animal. Like I don't know. So
But immediately they're like, oh.
it's not just.
But it's like immediately he's torn to shreds.
It's not like
really
it's not
killed.
like a deer.
he didn't even kill the dog. The only thing we've successfully seen him kill is a crow. Like I
That's
don't
true.
know.
A bunch of crows.
Yeah. So it's
I also think like in later books, the whole like we have a plan it sort of goes wrong and we have to like deal with the fact that our plan is going wrong. I think
it would also
is
be better
treated
if the plan
better
was clear.
later.
I
Yeah.
feel
the
like
plan
the
is
plan was
The
not
plan is
clear
not
of
clear.
what
Like
this
who's
thing
betraying
was.
who, and they're not really betraying, but also they are, but
Yeah.
also they don't know they really are. They just think they are. There's a lot of that.
It's convoluted.
It's convoluted.
But anyway, yes, Gear eats the hairlock.
Yum, yum, yum,
Thank
yum, yum.
God.
Impossible.
You know what? Goodbye.
Goodbye, Hairlock. And Talk is gone as well. He was thrown into a portal of chaos.
And Perrin was dramatic again. He cried like a baby. He's so annoying.
And
But
everyone
then,
close to me gets taken.
And Quick Ben, he's like, hey, also, Cotillion, get the fuck out of that little girl. And the rope is like, yes, you figured it out, did you? You're so smart, Quick Ben.
Well, that's how Quick Ben gets the court. It's like assassination court. Because Shadowthrone was like, how will we know where the puppet is? And Quick Ben is like, I'll find a way to tell you. And his way to tell Shadowthrone is to go through and Cotillion and to be like, hey, so we know you're possessing this little girl. Tell your boss the puppet is here.
Yeah.
and also
Cotillion is
stop
like,
possessing the little
okay.
girl.
Okay.
Well, he doesn't stop possessing the little girl yet.
Not yet.
I think that's not
'cause
part of the deal. That's
somebody
later.
else tells him to
that's
do
later.
that.
Oh,
That's our good friend Animander Rake.
Who we're going to kiss on the
Oh.
Insists
mouth.
on that.
let's see.
Adjunct Lorne has a fight with.
Yeah, so Talk just casually dies. Well, I don't
think
here's my
he's
thing.
dead.
I don't think he's dead. But can we clarify, is he in the Chaos Warren or is he in just any Warren?
Well,
We don't
Hairlock goes when he opens a portal. He goes into a Chaos Warren, and so he opened a portal and threw him in.
so we
maybe-
assume
we don't
he's
know.
stuck in the Chaos Warren.
I bet he's
Or-
becoming
or
ultra
dead.
powerful.
or dead.
No, he's not dead.
I don't
he's
think
becoming
he is.
ultra
You
powerful in the
love him
Chaos
too
Warren.
much for him to have just played this tiny little
I don't know
role
what you're
in
talking
this
about.
book.
I don't know what you're
There,
talking about.
I will say though, there are characters who do disappear into magic portals, and then they are gone forever.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
Talk
I
the
don't
Younger
think
is
Talk
not
normally
is
one
one
of
of
them.
them.
Narratively, I understand why you don't think that about Talk, but normal people, they
Yeah.
disappear into a
Yeah.
magic portal, they're gone.
I
Just
don't.
putting that out there.
Well, that's fine. But
Just putting that out
I
there.
think Talk is. That's my. If I were to make a prediction, my prediction is Talk is still around.
I agree.
When do you think we'll see him again?
I
Probably
think
like
we'll
book
see him at
5
the
or
end.
something.
I think we'll see him at the party.
Ooh, the fence.
He got blasted forward into the future. He's just holding a martini at a party.
He's wearing a tuxedo.
Oh my god! They got catering from
How about you
Desperate
top me
Barbecue.
up?
The dirt really falls off the bone today.
What would it fall off of the dirt?
The stem,
The cob.
the cob. The dirt is really falling off the cob. Oh.
And that's why Darujistan will no longer have despots. Because they make the worst barbecue.
I like how Hairlock begs Perrin to throw him into the portal because the Quick Ben like literally cuts like the magic string that
Yeah.
controls him, and he just crumbles to the ground.
Save you.
Which I do like. They tear him apart. Crone shows up. She's like, "What's going on over here?" And then the hounds are about to fuck up Perrin, and a guy puts his hand on Perrin's shoulder, and he's like, "Hey, buddy, I'll take it from here."
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Who is it? But our boyfriend Animander Rake.
Yep.
And the other thing that happened in between is Adjunct Lorne got in a fight with the boys.
Oh, yeah.
Which is
No, did that
also a
happen
big
already?
scene.
It happens.
That does
It like
happen
cuts
before.
in
Here
between,
we go.
but it happens before.
Well, let's talk
technically.
about that.
That's kind of
Yeah.
a big thing.
Yeah, the Cole and Murillo and Krupp are wandering through the Gadrobi Hills. They're like, what are we looking for? And Krupp is like, we'll know it when you see it. And then a woman with an anti-magic sword appears. And
He tries to
Cole,
cast a spell on her, and it like blows the back off his horse.
yeah, and then Cole, and then Lauren just sort of attacks them out of nowhere because one of the guys is wearing full armor and he's like this big guy. And Lauren's like, okay, here we go. And she knocks out Murillo, and her anti-magic sword puts Krupp into a small coma. And Crocus is 17, so he just stands there.
Yeah.
And Lauren fights with Cole and sort of like slices him sort of on the side by the leg and sort of the crease of his leg, and he's wounded. And Crocus is like, hey, lady, we're cool. And Lauren is like,
Oh, you're cool.
Wait a
oh, you're
second.
cool. Okay. We're just here on an errand for my uncle.
Why am I fighting these
And Lauren
guys?
is like, all right.
She even remarks that, like, I guess I could have just talked to these guys.
Yeah.
I'm not dressed like a Malazan.
I don't look like I'm here to do anything. I mean, the sword is definitely a giveaway.
It
but other
is the
than
magic
that,
sword. Oh, I think as soon as you cast a spell and the guy you know as your powerful mage friend gets blasted back, you're like, okay, so this is something.
something's going on. Clearly, Opon was saved.
I mean,
Maybe,
maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Young hand.
Yeah.
And also, I think probably the reason Lorna attacked without thinking is because she's continuing to sort of destroy that human
Devolve.
part
Fall
of
to the dark
herself.
side, perhaps.
Where she's like, any person I see who might in any way possibly get in the way of what I'm trying to do,
She
they gotta
lets
go.
them at
I
camp
thought
until
maybe
the
that
morning.
was also part of Opon's plan, though. I was like, oh, because it's convenient later that people are injured in a certain way, or like there's this.
I
thing
think it's a
going
pretty
on,
convenient writing device to have a god just be able to like be like,
Yeah,
this
there's a-
when he tried to kill you, magically he couldn't.
Anything,
Yeah.
anything illogical that happens, it's this god who we don't know their motivations, and they sort of push and pull and luck.
It's pretty convenient.
It
now that
is.
you're
There's
mentioning
sort of a
that.
reason this is the only book where Apon sort of figures strongly in it.
Second.
Yeah, he's a little OP.
I
On.
see what they're doing.
Opion.
Oh,
Oh,
Opion.
Peon, come over here. But yes, Animander Rake shows up. He talks to he like names all the hounds just to aura farm in front of this mortal man. He's like, yeah, I know these guys. And
Yeah, he's like literally aura farming all of the time. Because Perrin is like, it seems I never learn. The Tystandi smiled. Then we're much alike, mortal. He's literally like, I'm fucking awesome.
I think Animander Rake loves showing up and being like, so there's one mortal. I have an audience of one, but I'm
so
gonna
cool.
ham it up. This guy's gonna remember me forever.
Well, I think it's funny. Perrin sees this guy he's never seen before, like this magical being who like floated down out of the sky. He says mortal, and Perrin has the gall to be like, mortal? Like, what do you think? This guy is just like you? He's like 8 feet tall. He has a big magic
he
sword.
appeared out of nowhere. He says, "Oh, Shadow Throne," and Shadow Throne appears, which is funny because Perrin has talked to Shadow Throne.
I forgot
but
it. Yeah,
but it was
yeah,
sort of
yeah.
established he sort of forgot that
Yeah,
he did.
yeah.
Which does Shadow Throne recognize Perrin at all? I
I
can't
like to
imagine.
think.
he
I like to
does.
think that he maybe does. Just Shadow Throne seems like
Well,
a
it's one
smart
of
guy.
the two. You like see a friend, but you see an acquaintance, and you sort of see them from across the room, but you don't know if they remember you or they recognize you. And so maybe Shadow Throne looked at Perrin.
What do you think when he went back to the Shadow Realm? He was like, "Was that fucking Perrin?" He's like, "I fucking met that
Perrin
guy."
didn't remember me.
What?
we had a really intense confrontation.
Perrin will go like, Shadow Throne, nice to meet you. He's like, nice to meet you. We've met before.
The disrespect.
So rude.
Come to the Shadow Realm. I can't. I got a thing. What thing? I can't. What? But I'm Shadow Throne.
But Perrin.
Perrin, come on.
But
I'm
no.
moody too.
we can be moody together.
So
Perrin is so moody. Oh, did I mention this? Okay,
go ahead.
I had a revelation during this section. Oh, I might have said this before, but when he died, and they're
Perrin?
like, yeah, Perrin, and they're like, your mind can't keep up with your body. I think this is like we really see the change of his mind is so off on a different plane, like because he completely
Yeah.
shifts character.
yeah, he really changes.
He's really,
completely
like,
changes.
unstable.
And I was like, I thought when he would wake up, like he would be screwed up in a different way. But I think this is the screwed up. Part of it's Opon, but I also genuinely
I think you're right.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
He's
Like,
just like
the
totally
audacity and
different character.
everything from that is the mind of like, I was dead and now I'm not.
Yeah.
And now I'm so screwed up. And I think that's where all this like crazy confidence is coming from. Because he's about to do something where you're like, what the hell just
Yeah.
yeah,
happened?
like you don't have to do that, bro. And
He's
he's,
about
like,
to fight
I'm gonna do
all
it.
the hounds by himself, and it's like,
Mhm.
hey,
And I think it's
Good
because his
luck.
brain died.
Well, and he has like nothing to lose, and sort of the more he realizes that, the more he does these crazy things. 'Cause
Yeah.
we know we started the book, and he's like, I'm a nobleman, and my fallback is to be rich, so I'm going to be an army boy, and then that all gets taken away because he gets stabbed by a little girl, and then he dies and comes back, and then his job, all his employees left town, so he has to find them, and so it's sort of his. He like deconstructs basically his whole life. And so
Yeah.
now he's like trying to figure out like, what do I do? I guess I have to go find Whiskey Jack. I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him or what I'm going to say or what
Yeah.
but I just have to go do this.
It's just
So.
a book of people losing their sanity.
true.
Like
Oh,
full
yeah.
on. Hairlock could be the most sane character at this point.
That's true.
And he's dead.
And he's dead.
So-
Rake he's like, hounds, you better leave me and my new friend alone. And then two of the hounds approach and he kills two of them.
And I was really
With-
upset by that,
with
actually.
I was
with
sad too.
Dragnipur.
With Dragnipur, and when he cuts into them, Perrin can hear like a rope being pulling something or like
anytime
Chains.
Dragnipur is like used,
I feel like they
everyone
always
in the
hear
magic
chains.
area like has a vision of a wagon and the clattering chains, and they're like, "What the hell was that?"
Yeah.
And boy, are we about to find out.
Shadow Throne shows up and Rake is like, "Hey, buddy, I warned those dogs." And he says something I think is really cool, where he's like, "Listen, if you and your little buddy would hear, you'd probably get me.
Yeah.
You'd probably kill me if the two of you were here. But my kin are, the
But it's
Tyson
gonna be
are going to
messy.
show up, and it's going to be really messy. So, how about you just leave Darujistan and the Malazans alone? You stop interfering, and you get out of that little girl that I know that you're being weird with." And he's like, "All right, okay, sure."
Because I think Rake wants Lysine for himself, and I think for whatever reason, Shadow Throne and Cotillion are like doing something with the Empire to try to get at Lysine.
Did we
And
ever
Rake
figure
is
out
like,
what
"We
that
have
was?
I have my way. I want to do this. You get out of here."
Did
Yeah.
we ever figure out what Sari's plan is? Like, what is the plan? Why is Cotillion and Sari?
It's to have because like if Shadow Throne or if Cotillion just like we said, he can't be like this assassin meddling with the
Which
Empire
we get,
as himself.
but why is he? What is their plan?
Because
Because they
Sari wants to
abandoned the
kill
plan,
the
but I
coin
feel like
bearer
we never really learned what
and
that
kill
is.
Krupp.
To weaken the Malazans' hold on the they want to weaken the odds that
Are they just pissed at Opon? Like they just want to fuck up Opon's plans? Or
No, yes, but their whole being is driven. Like the idea of these two people is that they hate Lysine and they hate the Malazan Empire. We don't know why.
Mhm.
I believe the plan is that if they can like have this sort of nondescript Marine and have that person, be under direct control of one of them, they can sort of fuck shit up all the time, especially if they're
But
part
they
of.
don't. Sari doesn't really fuck anything up.
Well,
She
they-
helps them. Like-
she did stab Perrin.
She kills Perrin, and you're right, Shelby. You're noticing she's helping the bridge burners. That is
Yeah.
something to notice, and there are.
Yeah. It's complicated.
It's not all revealed here. I promise.
It will
it's
get-
going to
okay.
make more sense.
Because I was like, they abandoned the plan, which is fine.
yeah.
Great.
they do.
We don't have to worry
Sort-
about that. But we
sort of
never
at the
really
drop
knew
of a
what the
hat.
plan was.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it was cut off, but the bow wasn't tied.
Yeah.
You know?
I also
Yeah.
think in the grand scheme of the series and what we learn about these characters, the details and workings of this plan sort of don't make sense or really age well.
Okay.
And also, they're like
So it's like
all-knowing gods. Like, who the fuck knows what they're.
so it's sort
planning
of
on
like
doing.
we don't have
Another
to
cop.
worry
That feels
about
like
it.
the Opon. Like,
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
whatever. It doesn't matter because
Yeah.
they were gone. So we'll just assume
I think this
the plan was
specifically
fine.
makes a lot more sense when you figure out the motivations of the House of Shadow.
Okay.
Yeah,
Which is what I'll
partially, I think.
Yeah.
But then I think in retrospect, like the whole
Specifically, why is it a 14-year-old girl that
why
you
is
took
it
over?
why is it
Like,
5 years ago and you
Yeah.
killed a brigade and
Yeah.
a Fisher girl and like that? I think that gets into too much
I think
like
part of it is like guerrilla, like just mental warfare, just fucking with the Empress.
and partially of just like Gardens of the Moon is the book that's sort of like this. It's kind of like weird and convoluted for sort of no reason. You're kind of like, huh? But and the rest of the books are more similar to each other than they are similar to this.
Okay.
So that's part of I think what's going on.
I
here
think
as
this
well.
is probably the most convoluted plan in the whole thing.
for the sake of being
The
convoluted.
Sari's
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay.
Because it's
Because I
just
had the
to
same
get
question.
Yeah,
I was
it's
like,
like
why
Absalar.
then? Why do it at all?
Because
If you
there's
can
a
just
couple
leave.
of like Hairlock. Okay, great. He didn't exist. He just existed to be a silly character. Sorry, I think she just existed to be like, haha, there's a guy in this girl's
And
body.
you don't know, and so everyone's running around trying
Yeah.
to figure out what this is.
But
and then
everybody
sort of it
already
doesn't
knows
matter.
anyway, so
Yeah.
it doesn't. And then they're like, oh well, they all figured it out, even though we made it, even though that wasn't a mystery. So
Yeah.
then
I
it's
think
done.
the Fisher girl / Absalar is a much more important character in the grand scheme of things than Sari ever was or
Yeah.
will be.
And I think you're definitely not wrong to think that about the plot of this book specifically.
Mhm.
I think and sort of the plot of what happens in the first book only really matters insofar as you learn the characters and sort of their relationship with each other.
And to be setting up the fact that, like, yes, the bridge burners and Dujek are, because by the end of the section we've read, they're like, the plan is for the bridge burners and Dujek to leave the Empire and focus on this other thing that is coming
Other
from
stuff
this,
will be happening.
this other thing, and that is like,
They've
That's
just
more
of the
introduced
real
big
stuff.
boss
Yeah.
later on.
I
in this.
think, yeah,
and,
and
you're
if
like,
people
okay.
if people listening to this are like, oh, I thought the convoluted stuff was really fun, great.
Yeah.
And if you're listening to this and you're like, I thought all the convoluted stuff was like kind of dumb and boring, and what's the point? Also, yes. And this is the only book that's like this.
yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
The other thing, because they like pull him out or whatever, and he's like, oh, he's gonna be mad at you, but I took him away, whatever. And then we learn that because Perrin thought he was Opan's tool, but then he learns his sword is not
Yeah.
him.
I
Just the
don't know.
sword.
I still think he's.
Well, I
Opan's
think
tool.
he definitely was, and
But
also
not-
he had the
yes.
sword.
And
but-
after he died.
yeah, and because when Rake turns and looks at him, he like moves to strike him, and is like, "Oh wait, sorry, bro, I thought you were somebody else," because he sees Opan, right? Is that
But I
what
thought
you're supposed to?
I'm assuming he sees it in the sword, and then he realizes like,
Well, also, for a second, Perrin was like, okay, so I have to fight this guy now? So Perrin sort of looks like, I mean, he looks like a man on the edge.
Yeah.
And I feel
Yeah.
like Amanda Rake would be right, like, do I have to use my sword on this guy?
he oscillates between extremes. That Perrin.
But yeah, Rake says that like, I mean, yeah, I guess you're totally right. Rake is like, Opan left a while ago.
You lack
Yeah.
all
It's
subtlety.
just your
the
sword,
god
pal.
says.
Yeah.
And he says, when your luck runs out, I would get rid of that fucking sword, or
Because
I
then
would
it'll
break it.
turn. Yeah. And then,
Put the push and pull.
and then Amanda Rake leaves, and Perrin feels really bad about the hounds dying. And so he decides
And
to.
me too. That's the one
Yeah.
thing Amanda Rake has done where I'm like, why the you did not have to do that, bro.
They advanced on him to attack him.
I don't like the amount of dead animals. I think
I
a
agree.
horse died in this scene, and then there were the 2 dogs.
Yep.
But the good news is the dogs aren't dead.
But
They're just slaves.
I just when
But not
animals
anymore.
die, it's different, and I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
Sure.
Agreed.
But Perrin pets these dogs' blood, and he.
I hate it when this happens.
And then he teleports into a sword.
And I gotta say, I didn't find
Oh,
this as what's the word?
Jarring?
As annoying as I thought it would. I actually found this. I thought this was really
The,
interesting.
the
This
reveal
was
about
the
Dragniper.
most like psychedelic,
pretty
crazy
crazy.
ass
Oh yeah. So
scene
what?
in the
So
world.
yes. What did you think about when Perrin goes into Dragniper? So what happens is he touches this blood. All of a sudden, I don't think he knows immediately where he is, but he's like, in this place. There's a giant. It's like a huge wasteland. There's a giant wagon being pulled by a bunch of chained creatures and people and
Like
stuff.
a shit ton.
Yeah, like a lot. And they're all chained pulling this wagon, and they always have to be pulling the wagon. And Perrin talks to a guy.
Yeah, they have an interesting conversation. It's really like this is like mythology. Like his
Yeah.
sword is like a mythological hell,
Yep.
where you're like
Ah.
literally having to do this. It's like it really made me think it's not one of the levels in Dante's Inferno,
It
but it
feels like it
might
could
as
be.
well be.
Oh, yeah.
it might as well be, or like
That's
also
why
again
those,
from
that's why
Greek
those
mythology.
pale wizards are like, the wizards from Pale.
They
are
were like, yeah, okay, we'll kill him.
okay,
I'd rather be
yeah, kill me.
beheaded.
I'd rather be beheaded
I'd
than
rather be dead.
eternally pulling a wagon.
But I thought it was actually like I don't know. I like I've said I don't love fantasy, but I thought this was interesting. Maybe it's because it was like I don't know. I don't know why I did, but I liked it a lot. And he says Gathal's breath.
Thank you. A guy he's talking to says Gethel's breath, not Hood's breath, just to let you know that, like, oh, I guess Amanda Rake has been killing guys for a long time.
In a lot of different places.
yeah.
Who knows how long this guy's been in there.
I like the imagery of it, but this scene and Perrin, I'm like, what the balls on this guy? What does he think he is?
Well, he didn't
There's this
think-
all of a sudden this carpentry confidence that I'm like, where did this come from?
I'm going to figure out how this wagon is joined.
I shall build many
Well,
shelves.
I've got a couple questions about the logistics of the wagon. Okay.
Yeah.
What happens if everybody just stops pulling the wagon?
You can't. It's like Sisyphus and the rock.
Yeah. Everyone, there is a critical mass pulling the wagon.
Do you get trampled?
If
I-
you can just
I
throw a
think-
dog into a portal underneath the wagon, how come everybody doesn't just do that?
Because
So
do you know
I
how much
think-
work he had to
I
do
think
to get
there
that
is
to
the-
happen?
I think it is unfortunate in the scope of the series that the first time we see this wagon thing. There's one person who's free who gets other two things free, which has never happened in the whole history of this sword.
Well, and it's just so weird how he thinks like, yeah, I can do that. I don't know.
Unbridled confidence.
He is so. I wish I seen. I'm like, maybe I should look at myself in the mirror more and say,
so,
"You got this."
So Paran talks to this guy, and the guy is like, "You here to pull the wagon?"
he's like, any guy who's not chained and dragging a pour earns a conversation with me. Come on.
Or like the Hound's Mercy.
And the hounds are like pulling. They're freaking out, pulling different directions, and the guy's like, "This is gonna make the pulling a lot harder."
Yeah.
And it's like Perrin goes in there and he's like, oh, I'm nobody's tool. I can do my own thing. And so, I don't know. It's interesting because it's like there's, first of all, a world inside of the sword.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And Mac, I don't think it's a big deal. Okay. I don't think it's illogical that he frees the hounds because they are like also really magical and
But
sort of.
surely Animator has killed other magical beings who are pulling the wagon.
I know, but he doesn't have.
I think it's also something very specific to Perrin doing it.
I think it's interesting that he's like, out of everybody here, I've got to free these two hounds. I don't know why he feels so connected to the dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Like that was just so random to me.
Yeah.
Like why
Well,
I
maybe
guess now
that's
that
the
I'm,
only things
I
I
I'm
know.
remembering
It's
some
such
things,
an-
and I'm like, oh, that's...
animal lover. Oh, so something does come. I'm assuming.
Perrin is not just like... I wouldn't describe his confidence as... He's maybe...
He's not just some guy.
Well, he is right now.
Let's say Perrin is changing in his role. That's all I'll
In
say.
the book.
Yeah.
I think.
like-
I,
I guess
think
I
also,
forgot
I think
about-
there's
I
also there's
forgot
some
about
things
some
in this
stuff.
book, just like hairlock and stuff. You just gotta put in a little bucket called stuff that's just kind of in Gardens of the Moon.
Agreed. Listen, I just felt like really
there's
random
a lot of,
and out of
there's
character.
a lot of stuff that's like that.
The confidence and the craziness, okay, we've seen that. But to like hone in on, I've got to free these two dogs, all of a sudden is just a little. But I'm like, he likes the horses, so maybe he's just a
And he
big
felt really
animal
bad
he
about
lover.
does
the
feel,
dogs.
he
Well,
does
he
feel bad
feels
about
guilty.
the
Petted
dogs.
the dead
That's
dogs.
why
Yeah.
that's why he does it, because he
Well,
feels
and-
bad about the dogs.
I don't think it's illogical too because
I take everything I
he's
said...
an important character.
I take everything I said back because I forgot a detail.
Oh, well, it seems like he has some sort of other use in like the story. I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but like
No,
he
I
has
know
a
what you
larger power or like a
I
significance.
forgot what detail you're thinking of. We should text it to me.
He has a significance
that's
that
not gonna
allows
work.
him
My
to do
phone's over
something
there.
like this.
Well, I'll just write it on the notes.
And then I also want to talk about this wagon itself because
Yeah.
it's crazy AF.
Yeah.
My first thought would be, where is it going and who's driving it? And I don't. And then
They're all
what
driving it.
happens when they get there?
Hey, and they'll never get there.
They turn around.
I mean, these questions might be answered.
They're going to the party.
Oh my God, the Fett. All the bad things in the sword. They're reading the note.
He
You know what I'm
just
talking
showed
about?
him a picture of Animander Rake without a shirt.
I don't. Whoa! It's like
But he's got significance, you
Yeah.
know? It means he's important.
Don't read it, Shelby.
It's a picture of Animander Rake shirtless. What's there
I
to
don't
read?
know if the first part of your
Danilo's circling both pecs.
things is right.
He just
I don't
drew
remember
an arrow.
that, but like I remember that.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But doesn't he? Whatever.
I don't remember. We'll find out.
Yeah.
Can you
Well-
explain to me what's under the wagon?
So
Did you get
this
this
is
part?
sort of
Magic portal?
confusing. So there's, I think, so under the wagon, he goes like, I wonder where all these chains are going. And they go sort of under the wagon. It's sort of a portal of darkness where all the chains go in. And that they connect to something maybe beyond this portal. Who knows? And
Is this Mother Dark?
Yeah,
Do we think?
Starvald
It's
Demolaine?
Corald Ghislaine. It's either he or Opan just says what it is.
Yep.
And that
They say
is
The darkness magic.
Warren
the
of
Dark
Dark-
Realm,
the Warren of
Yeah.
Darkness.
The
yeah.
Animator Rake's magic.
which is different than the first realm of dragons.
Well,
It's
they're
different
both-
than Starvald.
Yes.
Yes, they are different. They're both used by Tystan D.
Well, Starvald Demolaine, dragons.
Yep.
Exclusively.
Okay.
Corald Ghislaine, Tystan D. Jet black skin elves.
Okay.
Exclusively. There's
And that's where the
some
wagon is
Tystan D
connected.
who may have some relationship with Starvald Demolaine and are somehow related or involved with dragons.
Such as
So
Animator
they
Rake, who's part
they
dragon.
Do
there's a
both.
little overlap. But their primary war, like where they come from, their heritage is Geralt Galen.
So it just goes into this realm.
He calls Opon on his sword. Opon shows up and he picks him up and he's like, I thought it'd be your sister, you little bastard.
Hey, sword. Hey, Opan.
He starts shaking him. He's like, what
sword.
should I do? And he was like, oh, you can use me as bait and the dogs could jump into the portal. And he's like, sounds good to me. And so that's what he does. He's holding Opon so that the dogs can come get him, and then they jump and they dive into the portal and then they disappear. And as soon as that happens, Parrot blinks and he wakes up back on the plane.
Lovely. So he kind of saved the dogs, but also Opan's like, it could be worse in there, man.
But I bet they're
This
free, and
could
I
be a
bet they
worse
come
fate.
back.
I don't understand why he says that, because aren't they from there?
Well,
Oh, no, the Hounds of Shadow, not Hounds of
Darkness.
right. But Shadow is related to Dark.
I mean, sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Because Shadow is
So another okay.
There's
so
also
here's
the
the
Warren
portal
of
lost
Light.
count: 2 hounds and a talk. Those are the 3
Yep.
that
we
we've
should
lost.
We should keep a track.
in
keep,
some
Oh,
We
portals.
should keep a track.
keep a track.
keep a track of the fallen.
Sari is not possessed anymore, and she's like, I don't know what happened. Where's the fishing village? I'm from Ictocon, and
Corcus.
Corcus drug hand is like, what? What fishing village? I live in Darujistan. And she's like, okay, I guess we should go back there.
And Crocus is like, that's the most confused girl I've ever seen in my life.
I'm in love with her.
Yeah, literally. And Cole is like,
This
you
is the
dumbass,
Romeo
she's
part.
been possessed.
I like that
Um,
Cole just says it.
Yeah, he's like, can't you tell she like is all fucked up and memory loss? Like, come on,
Do
bro.
we find out how Cole knows these things?
Not in this book.
I don't know yet. If there
Okay.
is a reason why, I don't
The
know.
fact that
'Cause
Cole
he
says
knew,
anything
he knew about the
at all
dragons,
in
and
this
now he
book
knows
is a
about
surprise.
Sari.
He does.
I guess
just
I
know
forgot. I guess I
things.
forgot.
We don't know yet.
I don't think it's ever
Explain.
brought up.
The fact that he speaks at all. I
he
was
is
planning on him
He
being
used to be
drunk
like
the whole
a
time.
noble. I guess
Yeah.
you could like. He reads a lot of books
knows
about
stuff.
magic.
He's well read.
He
educated.
knows stuff. He just like he knows about the 5 black dragons because he read it in the same book that fucking Krupp reads.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
true.
Yeah. And I think some of it is to what you were saying, where it's like, oh, they just get to the point to know it, so they don't have to like figure it out. There's some
Yeah.
just like people know things just so we can get to the part we care about, and it doesn't matter sort of how they know it.
They
There's a
just
little
know.
bit of that going on.
Are we on-
Again, we have a bucket of Gardens of the Moon, and we can just sort of put that right in there.
Are we on chapter 16 now?
Yes.
Yes.
Lauren is like, wow, I can't believe I fucked those dudes up. Anyway, Tool's here, and Tool's like, I found the entrance. He says that they walk into the barrow here.
I think so.
They walk into the barrow, or maybe
Well,
they're
she
about
has
to.
like an emotional breakdown, and then she does it.
Well,
Another one.
well,
Yeah.
Tool- another one.
Another one.
Major. Tool is like, he walks in and he's like, whoa, I'm not.
I'm not
He's
too
like-
sure about this.
He's like, I think I have autonomy now. He like walks in and is like, oh, weird. The jagged kind of messed with my brain. I think I'm good to go. I'm gonna leave after this. Do you want to come with me? She's like, what? You surprise me more every day, Tool.
Well, and then I don't know if it's
like,
I don't know if
I've
it's
never
here,
done
but
this.
he's
I
like,
don't think we should do this.
Yeah, he's like, I think I know what this thing is, and we should leave.
Last
well,
call.
and he's like, hey, and if you're gonna do this, I'll be nearby. I'll watch because I want to see it. But after that, I'm leaving.
I'm out of here.
I
You're
really
crazy.
don't think she will, but she should just leave with him. Just go. Just
Well,
leave.
she really should. She should. Sorry is like, what? So what kind of name should I have, Crocus?
Oh my
Crocus
God.
is Chalice.
I have
Chalice.
No, wait, I
no.
already know a Chalice. It's so funny.
the fact that he's so obsessed that she's riding in the saddle with him and his back is touching her. He's like, ah! And then he
Can I-
like adjusts so that she has to
Yeah.
go tighter. It is so funny.
This is why I thought he was 12. I'm going to just read this really quickly. He pulled the reins over the horse's head. I want to walk, he said. Yes, she said. I would like to too. Well, maybe I want to run. Run from me, Crocus? I was like, okay, bro, you're 12. But I guess he's a man.
He's just he's very innocent, I think.
Yeah. She says,
I guess that's okay.
she's like, what should my name be? And he's like, probably not Apsalar, the goddess of thieves. And she's like, Apsalar, that's a cool name. And he's like,
Crocus is
boy,
like,
oi,
you
oi."
shouldn't do that.
The goddess of thieves. He's a thief. I
I
don't
know.
know.
Well, and it's
Interesting
like
stuff.
nobody has their real name, Mac.
True. Except
No.
for Marilia.
There's
Except
got
for
to be
Marilia.
consequences
And
to naming
Relic.
yourself
Relic
after a
nom.
pre-existing
And they-
goddess,
I
right?
think so too. Like, is it
There's
going to shape
gotta
her
be
in
a
some
consequence
way,
to
or
that.
like?
That's like if I was like, my name is Animander Rake now. I don't think
Mine-
he would be
now-
super enthused.
My name
about
is
that.
Jesus Christ.
My name is Lucifer. Lucifer
No!
Satan.
Lucifer, comma Satan.
Lucifer,
1, 2, 3,
That would be
Hell
my name is
Boulevard.
Satan Lucifer.
not 666.
Damn it.
That's occupied by a family from Indiana.
And they're beautiful. They belong in hell, but they're nice people.
I'll see them soon.
Krupp and Maria wake up. They're like,
I don't think they ever talked about who's leaving and why.
No.
They're all sort of suddenly separate.
yeah. Marilia was like, can you just please tell me what's going on? And Krupp was like, fine, he's a coin bearer. I was like, okay.
No, he's got such a great way to that he's. Oh my God, there's so many good things in here. I wrote down a page because this was my favorite. Okay, 347. Dear man, though I was conscious but a moment during the fracas, clear it
Good word.
was that the woman warrior possessed a totteral sword, which means, as any child might guess, she's Malazan. He goes through, oh gosh, there's this really good sentence. This is my favorite part in the book for him because he's like, oh, you
He
got
gets
me.
to flex all his knowledge.
Because he's finally like, I know more than you.
Oh, you guys, you're going to have to get rid of this pause. Let me find it.
That's
Can we talk about other things while you're finding it? Well, Krupp
We'll
and
skip it.
Murillo talk, and this is also where they talk about Krupp is like, so also, dude, I know about you and Ralik's plan to get back at Cole, and that's fine with me.
Or to
And we're-
restore Cole to his
I found
title.
it.
Yeah, restore Cole to his
You found
title.
What's the big hurry, Krupp? The boy can take care of himself. Oh, very well. Mutiny in the ranks forces Krupp's sly hand. Opon has chosen Crocus for whatever purpose the devious deity may devise. Baruch would have us keep an eye on the lad and more prevent any other powers from finding him. Damn you. You should have explained all this from the start, Krupp. Does Ralik know? Of course not, Krupp replied tartly. He's too busy after all, unable to extricate himself from his various responsibilities. Hence, the assassin's absence on this journey. But why, pray tell, is Krupp informing Murillo of such things? Clearly, Murillo knows more of Ralik's doing than poor, ignorant Krupp. What do you mean? And I could go on for forever. I
I
just
love how you
Krupp.
like went into the voice the more you read. Like the voice came
You're
out
getting
of
the
you the
character.
longer that you read. It was wonderful.
I just really love. He says a lot of really fun words in this page, and so listener 347. If you just want to see some fun words,
Yeah, if you've not read any of this, please buy a copy. Turn
There's
to
a
page
word search on
347.
347.
There's one word Shelby wants you to read.
which is fracas.
You can. The word
And we'll say
fracas
it
is
for
in
you
the
now.
word search. Yeah.
Fracas. Fracas. Fracas.
Fracas.
Good, replies Krupp.
But we just had county spelling bee. Perrin, he's like, boy, that was crazy. Hopefully nothing else insane happens to me today. And he's like, what's up with all this
What's that
dust?
tornado?
What's that tornado? That's a lot of cows. And then suddenly a bunch of the Rivi tribesmen are there, and he's like, oh my
They're
God.
riding veteran,
They're riding veteran.
which they're just buffaloes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just imagine buffaloes.
I like the plains and I like the buffalo.
He is
They're
swinging
nice.
his sword. He keeps feeling, in the book, he gets a spear through his leg. Okay. He just feels spears hitting his sword. And then he's like, oh my God, I'm dead. And he looks up and everybody on the plane is like, their
like the
jaws
eyes are open.
drop.
They're like, oh my God.
He's like, what do you mean? And he looks at his sword and there's a bunch of like spears that went right through.
Like-
Like he blocked every strike, and he looks at his leg and it just pinned like his shoe
Like
to
the
the ground.
side of his shoe, yeah.
And the Rivi tribeswoman walks up to him and he's like, 7 arrows mistook you for an enemy, but you seem to be friend. And he's like, whatever. Like, just kill me now. And he's like,
I don't want your damned luck, Opon.
yeah. He's like an American action movie hero. Yeah. I'm thinking I'm Perrin.
And then everyone's like, we have a baby for you to meet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And a 5-year-old girl. You ever fight a bunch of people and get really lucky, and then a 5-year-old girl comes out from between the crowd and sort of like gestures at you and then walks away?
Fellas.
And then you're like, that's my girlfriend.
Fellas, Did your girlfriend ever turn into a 5-year-old after she hugged her best friend and died in a conflagration of sorcery? Fellas, just tell me. Be honest.
And then she spares your life among her people.
She like sort of like marks you and then they all just leave.
And they're like, oh, she said you're chill, so we're going to go.
And someone is like, she says she knows you, and parents like, I don't know no 5-year-olds.
He's like, whoa,
I'm not hey, now.
But she does.
I'm not in Shadow Thrones files.
I did not go to Shadow Realm Island. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about.
What is happening in that Shadow Keep?
My name was on the list for an unrelated reason.
Shadow Thrones was looking me up. Okay,
They
I
took
did not
so
go
many
there.
Polaroids in the Shadow Keep.
Yes. So Tattersail has been reborn into a 5-year-old.
And
what do you think?
And I'm
Well, she's
excited that
already
she.
5.
She's already
like
5.
she's growing at a supernatural rate.
I'm excited that she's growing up where she is because I like the plains and I like the animals and they're connected to nature and I think it's going to be good and healing and then fun.
Yeah, it's going to be G. It's going to be
Mhm.
H.
I'm
and it's
ready
gonna be
for
F.
her to be a character I'm excited to
Yeah.
read about. I think that will be really good.
Yeah.
I think it's so funny that he's like, do I recognize this girl? And then he gets it and he's like, I'm just going to keep this to myself.
He's like,
Yeah.
I'll deal with that
You've
later.
got a lot going on. I have to go meet Whiskey Jack for the first time.
I couldn't believe that. Anyway, and then after that, Perrin is like, all right, hopefully it's all clear between here and Darujistan. Hopefully I don't have a big chore to do. And he goes over the next hill and sees a wounded warrior. And it's Cole.
It's literally random encounters in a role-playing game.
Yeah.
Like it's like stuff you would like roll. Like you stumble across a wounded warrior.
Uh-huh.
Like you stumble across 5 magical dogs. Like it just keeps happening to him.
And
it's chance.
It
How
is
could
chance.
that happen?
and Cole and Perrin have a lovely little chat that I really liked.
Yeah,
We
I
get
like it
Cole's
too.
backstory. We see how Lady Simtal like seduced him and then like used his power to like push him out and like sign all the titles and money in her name, and he's been basically marked as dead among the nobles and no one recognizes him anymore. And Perrin is like, I used to be noble and I thought it was all chill, but a bunch of stuff has happened to me recently and now I
like
don't know
an hour ago.
I don't know what to think.
I was just in a wagon sword.
And Cole is like,
What?
I've been here camping.
Well, I like how Perrin is like, I'm a mercenary. I'm just coming from the north. And then Cole's like, oh, okay. And then Perrin almost immediately is like, so listen, I'm a deserter from the Malazan military. I need to get to Darujistan. Do you know how to get there? And can you take me there? And he's like, okay. We're sharing
do it.
backstories now. Huh? Okay.
And then he shares his. And I have to say, this conversation, I think after I put it down, I was with you and I was like, I think this was my favorite part of the book.
That's
I got a little emotional reading it.
That's what Danilo
Yeah.
Because
said.
it sort of they had a chance encounter and they sort of like reaffirmed each other's like life. Like
They're
they're
mirrors.
alive, they have things to live for.
Well,
They're
like,
definitely mirrors of each other, which
For
is
sure.
fun. There's each character kind of has its own little mirrored character.
and
It's
like
very
that like
funny.
either makes them devolve, right? Like Tool's mirror or the adjunct's mirror is Tool and it makes her devolve, but then these
They're
two make
both
each other
tools.
better.
Yeah.
But like on page 350 when Perrin is being, moody and stuff, he asks, was his life irretrievable? Like that's something that he thinks to himself. And then in their conversation, and Perrin gives like this whole big speech and he's like, there's no worthy lessons for a noble, blah, 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 blah. And Cole responds and he's like, I'm not the sharpest man, Perrin. And you're like, you're being a little deep for me. But if I understand you right, you're sitting there looking at a chopped up fool of a man and you're telling him he's alive right now, as alive as he can be. And whatever he betrayed back then, it wasn't life, was it? And it's just
so
like
good.
your
That's
life.
so
And so
cute.
it's like while he's thinking, is my life irretrievable? He meets this man having the same problem.
Mhm.
And then they're both like, no, we're alive.
Yeah.
And then
may-
he says,
like
I
maybe
want
the
it-
I
thing-
want to go
yeah.
back.
Yeah, he says, I want it back. And then Perrin laughs. And
They
then
all
they
laugh.
both just start laughing.
They're both
That's cute.
laughing.
Yeah.
And so they both sort of realize like, are we
Is life
the
futile?
the thing we thought
Wait a
life was
second.
for us that we're trying to get back maybe isn't, and like we're free now to sort of do what we want, which I think is great. And
Yeah.
they both help each other realize that.
I hope when we go back to town, nobody tries to shoot me with an arrow from a tower.
If we make it that far.
Yeah,
I mean,
true.
that
This
is
point.
the Gadrobi Hills section. Does anyone have anything else to say about that? We saw the inside of a sword. We saw a wounded drunk guy.
We saw a little girl.
We heard the word fracas.
We heard
Yeah.
the word fracas.
Fracas.
Good pull.
It's on the map, so that's pretty exciting.
That
It's
is
on the
exciting
map.
stuff.
I could find
It's
it
on the
map. I think we're pretty set up for the next section. Definitely some character development. And
Character development, check.
Check.
Set up for the next section, check.
Discussion on the cyclical nature of power and destruction.
Check.
funky sword.
Check.
Puppet death, check.
Check.
Dog death. Check.
Check.
Dog
Scary
rebirth.
wagon.
2 checks.
2 checks. Dog
Question mark?
rebirth through
Check.
portal.
Check. Question mark?
All the markings of great fiction.
Yes. A dog
Well-
died.
If you liked our show, please rate us. Tell your friends. Keep reading. If we haven't started reading, you're a maniac. If you're not reading this along with us, but if you're not, that's cool too. I'd be interested to see if that's possible.
Yeah.
So if that's possible and you're listening to this, send us email with the subject line "It's possible" and an empty body,
and we'll know what you mean.
and we'll know exactly what you mean.
And we'll send you 600 American
Councils.
Jakartas.
American cicadas. All right, Shelby, do you want to see us out?
Stay Malazan, you maniac.
Oh boy.